I really don't care what happens to her at all. I don't care. Like, everybody they tiptoe around with this social media. But what y'all don't get is that it be real consequence for y'all little flexes, y'all quick flexes for $300 that you need. It be consequences.
Just when we thought the drama between Iman Shumpert and Teyana Taylor couldn't get any worse, a shocking twist has thrown their personal lives into complete chaos. In a move that no one saw coming, Iman has reportedly filed for emergency custody of their 2 daughters, claiming that Teyana is an unfit mother. This revelation has left fans in total disbelief, especially as leaked court documents, alleged statements, and text messages began circulating online. People everywhere are trying to understand whether this is just a desperate act of revenge from a bitter ex, or if there's actual concern for the safety of the children. The timing, the wording, and the silence from both parties have only made things more suspicious. What really happened behind the scenes? And could this be the beginning of a long and messy legal war that neither parent was truly prepared for? The internet is split right down the middle, and everyone has an opinion. Since their official separation in 2023, Teyana and Iman had been publicly co-parenting their daughters, Junie and Rue. On the surface, it looked like they were handling their new dynamic with maturity and mutual respect. Teyana continued sharing moments of motherhood, showing her love and dedication to her daughters, while Iman occasionally shared cute daddy-daughter content. But insiders now reveal that tensions were growing behind closed doors. The couple reportedly disagreed on major parenting issues, from the kids' school routines to who they were spending time with. Their differing lifestyles, Teyana's busy career in music and film, and Iman's inconsistent post-NBA schedule only made things worse. There were also reportedly arguments about new partners, which added even more stress to their already fragile arrangement. According to leaked court papers, Iman is accusing Teyana of being neglectful and emotionally unstable when it comes to their children. He claims that her constant travel, late-night work schedules, and exposure of the kids to unfamiliar and inappropriate people are signs of poor parenting. One of the more explosive claims is that he believes her rumored relationship with actor Aaron Pierre is causing confusion for the children. Iman reportedly stated that the girls feel unsupported and unsafe when in their mother's care. These statements, however, are mostly allegations with no hard evidence attached, at least none that have been made public so far. Iman is now seeking emergency temporary custody, which would grant him full control over the children until an official hearing is scheduled by the court. Teyana, for her part, has not filed an official response in court, but she didn't stay completely silent. Just hours after the news of Iman's filing broke online, she posted a cryptic but bold message on Instagram. "Ain't no storm I ain't survived, let 'em lie." Her team is allegedly calling Iman's accusations both outrageous and malicious, insisting that this is nothing but a smear campaign. Sources close to Teyana say she's deeply hurt by the claims and views them as a personal attack. She reportedly believes that Iman is trying to use the legal system as a weapon, to control her, to hurt her image, and to manipulate their co-parenting situation. Some fans even believe this move is retaliation for the emotional interviews and recordings that surfaced recently, in which Teyana shared her pain and struggles during the breakup. Insiders are now starting to question whether Iman's emergency custody filing is really about the kids, or more about his ego. Many suggest that he's struggling to watch Teyana move on so confidently, especially in public and with someone new. The fact that her new relationship is gaining media attention while he stays mostly out of the spotlight may have added fuel to the fire. Others argue that Iman's financial concerns could also be a factor, suggesting he might be trying to avoid paying high child support by flipping the custody arrangement in his favor. A few even say that portraying Teyana as emotionally unstable could make him appear to be the more reliable parent in the eyes of the court. If true, this would be a calculated strategy rather than a genuine plea for the kids' well-being. Fans are completely divided, and social media has become a battleground of opinions. Hashtags like Protect Black Mothers and Justice for Teyana are all over Twitter and Instagram. Some are defending Teyana fiercely, saying she's always shown up for her kids and doesn't deserve this level of public humiliation. Others believe that custody matters should be left to the court and not tried in the court of public opinion. A few fans are saying both parents may have their flaws and the truth likely lies somewhere in the middle. But one thing almost everyone agrees on is that the children should be shielded from the public spectacle. The emotional toll on the girls could be huge if this war continues to escalate in front of the world. Teyana's family isn't staying silent as the legal battle between her and Iman intensifies. Her mother, Taylor, has reportedly been vocal and emotional behind the scenes, furious over the emergency custody filing Iman submitted. Known for being fiercely protective of her daughter and grandchildren, Nikki is said to be standing by Teyana with unwavering loyalty, refusing to let her go through this public ordeal alone. She's not just offering comfort, but actively encouraging Teyana to stay grounded, focused, and emotionally strong during what could become one of the most difficult chapters of her life. Family insiders describe Nikki as the rock of the family, the one who holds everything together when everything else starts falling apart. And now, with this legal storm swirling, she's stepping into that role with full force. It's not just family stepping up for Teyana. Her celebrity friends are quietly rallying around her as well. While most haven't made public statements, there are reports that actresses like Taraji P. Henson and Keke Palmer have privately reached out to offer their support. These women know the pressures of public life, the burden of fame, and the toll personal heartbreak can take when it's being dissected by millions. Their outreach, even if done quietly, speaks volumes. One industry insider commented, "Everyone who knows Teyana knows she's a warrior. She's strong, but this kind of strength gets tested in ways most people will never understand." According to this source, many in the industry believe that Iman is spinning a story in an attempt to protect his image and sway public opinion, knowing full well how influential social perception can be in high-profile custody disputes. There's now growing speculation that Teyana might be preparing to speak her truth. Fans and friends alike believe she's been holding back, not because she's afraid, but because she's been trying to prioritize her children and avoid adding fuel to the fire. However, with the legal situation escalating and Iman's team putting out what some are calling misleading narratives, there's talk that she may soon feel forced to publicly share her side. Whether that's through a televised interview, a long-form written piece, or even a documentary-style release, remains to be seen. Teyana has never been one to stay silent when something truly matters, and many believe that the time may be nearing when she'll step forward and reveal what's really been happening behind closed doors. Her fan base, who have supported her through every twist in this story, are urging her to stay strong, protect her peace, and fight the legal battle wisely. Amid all the legal chaos, the people who matter most, Teyana and Iman's daughters, remain at the center of everyone's concern. Right now, sources say the girls are still living with Teyana, and she's doing everything in her power to shield them from the media noise and emotional fallout. But the emergency filing from Iman could change that situation in an instant, depending on how the court responds. Custody laws, especially in high-profile cases involving public figures, are notoriously unpredictable. What makes this case more intense is the speed with which decisions might need to be made, especially when one parent files an emergency request. If the judge sees any legitimate reason to question the girl's emotional or physical safety, even slightly, the situation could shift rapidly and dramatically. Psychologists who specialize in child development have weighed in on cases like this before, warning that even if children are physically kept out of the spotlight, they often sense the emotional tension surrounding them. They hear whispers, they notice mood changes, they understand more than adults think they do. And that emotional toll can have long-term effects, especially when the family's conflicts play out in headlines, hashtags, and viral clips. Teyana has always made it a point to keep her daughters away from the messiness of fame when it comes to their personal lives. But this legal fight is making it harder than ever to maintain that bubble of protection. Everything from their daily school routine to their home environment could be disrupted if things spiral even further out of control. However, the flip side is just as real. If the judge finds even a small reason to believe the children may be at risk, whether emotionally, physically, or psychologically, it could lead to an immediate change in custody. That's why both sides are bracing for impact, because at this stage, what happens in that courtroom could alter everything. What's clear is that this legal battle is about more than just custody. It's also about reputations, emotional trauma, and the public's perception of both Teyana and Iman. As the court begins to examine the truth behind the headlines, fans, friends, and family are left watching, hoping, and praying that whatever the outcome, the children are prioritized, The truth is respected, and peace somehow finds its way back into everyone's lives. What once looked like a private family matter has now grown into a complicated legal and emotional saga that may take months to fully resolve. But for Teyana, standing her ground means standing for her daughters, and that fight is one she's not backing down from. This latest chapter has taken a serious toll on Iman's public image. Once known as a charming NBA player and doting father, he's now being labeled as manipulative and controlling by many. Some fans think this custody stunt was a calculated move meant to humiliate Teyana and regain control over the narrative. On the other hand, Teyana's image as a strong, independent mother is being both uplifted and scrutinized. Some critics say she should speak up more clearly, while others say she's doing the right thing by handling it quietly and legally. Whatever happens next, it's clear that the golden image of this once-admired power couple has completely crumbled. Now it's about survival, protecting the kids, defending their names, and figuring out how to move forward without dragging each other down in the process. Do you think Iman's emergency custody filing was a genuine concern, or just a vindictive act of control? Will the court actually side with him, or will Teyana come out of this stronger than ever? And most importantly, how will this messy public fight affect their daughters in the long run? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for all the latest updates. Hit that bell icon so you don't miss what happens next, because this story is only just getting started.